You were thrown into things a little bit last week, met up with your teammates just before the game. How delighted are you to be at Dundee, and how difficult was that for you just to be thrown in?
Yeah, it was. I think I went down to Tynecastle about 8 o'clock at night time on the Friday to just obviously sign the loan papers. Then we met for the next day. It was my first game in 6 weeks, so yeah, it was always in the back of my mind. But I managed to get through it fine. Obviously, still a lot to come, and yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Enjoyed being back playing, and that's what I want to do till the end of the season is get back playing and enjoying it.
And obviously, you come to Dundee at a time when they are desperate to gain promotion but haven't been doing as well as they'd have hoped so far this season. What do you feel you can bring and add to this side to help them achieve their aim?
Yeah, looking at the league table, obviously Dundee United are way ahead. Everything else, it's really grouped together. Teams will manage to take points off each other, so I'm sure it's going to go down to the wire. I think I was brought here maybe from experience. I've managed to play a lot of games in my career. Hopefully I can bring that experience to the squad and help the team and help individuals as well. We've all got the same aim here is to get into the playoff spots, and I think it's going to go right to the wire. But going by training, and even last week we do have good players, we've got a talented squad, and we're only looking towards the playoffs.
How important could that experience be at a club where there is a lot of expectation on Dundee? James Whitgate was talking about the top two teams in the league, them Dundee United apparently looking as to be the ones that people would expect to go up. How much does experience count when there is that expectation on shoulders and the pressure to win?
I think throughout the years you learn to manage those expectations. Every club you go to, there's some sort of expectations, and Dundee's got a great history. Obviously, it was getting relegated last year. Usually, in perfect world, the team will go straight back up. But we know in football that doesn't happen very often. Sometimes, not just in Scotland and in England as well, and other leagues. It's sometimes going down, dropping down a level. And I think the squad, there's been a big turnaround in the squad as well. So that's another factor to take into it. So it's gelling that all together and getting on a run and getting some wins together. And we're training hard this week, and the boys we're all looking forward to the game tomorrow. As I said, the fans will be expecting a win, but we know as professionals there's no easy game. And Partick Thistle, they made a few signings in the January transfer window, and on paper they're a team that probably shouldn't be down at the bottom of the league, but that's football for you. If you don't do the basics right, and first and foremost, and think you can just turn up, that's for any team, not just Partick. I'm not singling them out at all. It's you've got to earn the right.
Christophe, obviously you've been through the mill at Hearts. Do you feel you've got a point to prove at Dens Park? Does that add even more motivation to you?
Not really. Obviously I've got my own personal pride. As I said, I've played over 600 career games. I think I've proved a lot in the past. I'm not daft enough as well. The older you get, people say, "Oh, it's this and that, he's getting older." But I think sometimes that can be taken out of perspective. As long as you're fit, still training every day, which I do. I think I've still got a lot to give. And I've got experience as well. At the moment at Hearts, it's been a tough period, and it still is. But they've got a great set of boys there, and as I said, it's a club I support as a youngster. I'm still contracted to them, and I'll wishing them all the best, and so they'll be back there in the summer as well. My loan's only till the end of the season, but since I've come here, if anyone who knows me or you can vouch for me, I'm very professional. I want to win. I give them all. And I'm just an honest person.
Yeah, and you've touched upon being a good on-field leader. You need plenty of on-field leaders at Dundee, don't you? Because when once the manager sends you out onto the pitch, once you cross that white line, that's all that James McPake can do. It's down to you guys.
Yeah, definitely. I think from Monday to Friday, that's when the managers and coaching staff. That's when the real work is. They would had no leaf unturned. We work on that throughout the week, and when it comes to a Saturday, as long as he feels that he's put his points across, then it's down to us, and we've got to do the business as soon as you cross that white line, and the responsibility will fall on us on a Saturday, and that's how it is. That's how football is. That's how team sports are, and you've got to stand up and be counted.
You mentioned about your relationship with the parent club there and being able to show the enthusiasm and excitement about coming here, but how important is it still to respect, obviously, the opinions of the parent club and the supporters?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, I've spent a lot of my career there, and it's a club that means a lot to me, and it still will, and it always will, and I will. I'm here to play for Dundee. I'm here to give my all, but also I'm still contracted to Hearts, and I'm a very professional and respectful person, and I've always held myself very professional, and I always will do that.
In your 600 game, or over 600 games, as you'd said, have you found yourself in this position before, where you have been aiming for this kind of playoff position and coming through? Obviously,
yeah, we were. I think when I first went to Wales, we won the championship to get promoted, so I played the second half of the season there. Then when I was at Ipswich as well, we were obviously a big club but a small budget, and we managed to get the playoff semi-finals, so that was a big game as well, so the games come thick and fast. Obviously not as much now, it's not as many midweek games, but every game is very crucial at this point. As you said, it's so tight from top to bottom, and every team is at this stage of the season, every game is vital,
So how beneficial do you see that for you coming into Dundee, having been there before? And being
I think the players, they need to grasp it. They've got to be excited by it. You've got to look forward to going to games, looking forward to training, and winning games, and coming off, knowing you give your all. When you're out there, it's an individual battle sometimes, and that. And if you do that first and foremost, hopefully our quality, because we do have good players individually, technical players as well, further up the pitch, and if you do the nitty gritty stuff, as I say, then hopefully that can come through, and you enjoy football, enjoy winning games, enjoy scoring goals, enjoy keeping clean sheets, and enjoy, passing the ball or heading the ball or tackling. Just go out there and enjoy it, because it can be gone in a flash. People don't actually realise, especially young boys coming through these days. They think that it's great, but 1-2 years down the line, you could be out of football. It's so cutthroat, and I think just enjoy every minute you can. Don't get me wrong, there'll be ups and downs, but that's for any team, any in the world. It's there'll be tough times, but there'll be some great times. And I've always said, and many people have said it, don't get too carried away when you're winning, but don't get too down when you're losing. Because there's always better things around the corner.
And just finally, what's it been like gelling with your teammates on the pitch after being thrown in so quite quickly at the deep end there?
Yeah, obviously the first game I'd literally just met them at pre-match. Obviously I'm not the best with names sometimes, but I'm okay now. Obviously small things like that, but it's been a good week's training. The guys, they're all down to earth. They seem all down to earth, very humble people, and they enjoy playing football, and that's why they're playing at a good level, and they've all got aspirations to get up to. Because it looks like quite a young squad as well, bar a couple, but they've all got aspirations to do well in the league and do well individually. Because you never know, if you do well individually, there's always a pathway to bigger and better things, and that's no disrespect to Dundee at all. That's just in general, no matter what club you're at, and I'm sure they've all got their own personal pride. They want to go out there and do well for themselves first and foremost, but do well for the club and the coaching staff and their teammates and the fans.
How much do you think the fact that you talked about your own personal pride and having a point to prove, that Dundee can benefit from that in your mindset? You're desperate to prove a point, really.
I think what happened at Hearts has happened. It's done now. We move on. There's Dundee and Hearts have got two massive end of the seasons. On a personal point of view, I just want to come here and play, and first and foremost do well. You know what I mean, and help the team do well. That's all that matters. I've not got anything to prove. I'm not a 22-year-old. I'm 35 now, and yeah, it's just about playing games and just enjoying football and winning games, and trying to you're not going to be your maximum every week. But at my age, it's not about the individual. I'm not 22 who might be wanting to do well individual, maybe a bit selfish and maybe look into bigger, better things. I want to do, obviously, take pride in my own performance, but I want the team to do well and the team to win. And sometimes you might have a down day or not, so might be off it a little bit. But as long as the team that wins, that's all that matters.
The manager was saying how if you get a win tomorrow, it makes last week's draw away to Morton a half decent point. Is that something?
Yeah, I think so. I've never played at Morton. Obviously, the old Livingston manager, and I'm just saying this. I think I looked at the records. I think they've got the fourth best home record in the league. It's a tough place to go, and they were right up for it. They're very physical. They don't make it easy for you, and maybe cause themselves some problems. Maybe giving a silly free kicks on half, and it allows them to put the ball in the box, and the ball drops. But over the piece, I don't think the goalie had many saves to make, and their goal actually came from a deflected free kick, which is a bit unfortunate and unlucky. But I don't think any team will find it if they're played to their maximum ability, because they've got good players as well, and what they do is really good and makes it tough. I don't think any team will go down there and find it easy.
And with the majority of teams maybe missing out tomorrow because of the Scottish Cup action, do you feel it's a big opportunity to really go and take advantage of that and really climb the table and put pressure on others?
I think we do. I think we've got a game in hand over a couple of teams, but I think first and foremost you just worry about yourself. Don't worry about other results or other games that are going on. But on the other hand, it's always good to have the points in the pocket, and if it adds a little bit of pressure, that's great. But we just need to worry about ourselves.